Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or dsw.com.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed. Like getting through self-checkout by yourself. Not guaranteed. In a world where nothing is guaranteed, AT&T is bringing something new to the table. AT&T is introducing a guarantee with connectivity you depend on, deals you want, and service you deserve. Or they'll make it right. Learn more at att.com/guarantee. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Terms and conditions apply. Visit att.com/guarantee for details.
Hello, I'm Sarah Schleid, a producer at Wonder Media Network, and I'm super excited to be hosting this episode of Womanica. This month, we're talking about architects. These women held fast to their visions for better futures, found potential in negative space, and built their creations from the ground up. Today, we're talking about a woman whose legacy comes in the form of the largest urban seaside park in the world. With a vision and a team of architects, she built Rio de Janeiro's largest public park. Let's talk about Maria Carlota Costallat de Macedo Soares. Maria Carlota was born on March 16, 1910, in Paris. She came from an aristocratic Brazilian family. They returned to Rio de Janeiro when Maria was just 2. In Brazil, she went by Lota. Though Lota started out in the visual arts, working with famous modernist painters, Lota became more drawn to architecture, especially landscape architecture. Lota didn't receive any formal training in architecture, but she was naturally gifted, well-connected, and an incredibly hard worker. All she needed was the right opportunity. Turns out, that opportunity was right under her nose. Thanks to her earlier networking, Lota crossed paths with Brazilian architect Sergio Bernardes. She had a proposal for him. Lota wanted to build a house in the region of Samambaia, where her family had once owned a farm. In 1951, Lota and Sergio began designing her home in the lush hills of Brazil. That same year, Lota met American poet Elizabeth Bishop. Elizabeth had traveled to Brazil for what she thought would be a 2-week stay, but she ended up staying 15 years. Lota and Elizabeth struck up a passionate but turbulent relationship. It probably didn't help that the beginning of their relationship coincided with Lota's crash course in architecture, designing her house. Each and every decision was made with great care, and also tension. Lota and Sergio fought over almost every part of the laborious process. But after 3 long years, they completed the modern home, tucked into Samambaia's tropical setting. Lota's contribution is most strongly felt through the relationship between the house's external landscaping and Samambaia's vegetative hills. Lota's charm put her in rooms with highly influential and important people. One of those people was politician Carlos Lacerda, the governor of the state of Guanabara. He offered Lota a position in his administration. As the legend goes, Carlos said to Lota, "Tell me what you want." Lota responded by pointing at a pile of rubble in front of his apartment and saying, "Give me this fill. I'll make it into a central park." While this isn't actually how this job came to be, Lota did have big plans for the land. She had experienced the grandeur of Central Park when visiting New York and felt Rio deserved the same. Lota was confident she was the one for this job, but she knew she couldn't do it alone. She curated a team of 8 architects to assist in making her vision come to life. She also brought in botanists, landscape artists, and infrastructure and traffic experts. Her goal was to create a space that improved the overall quality of life for Rio residents, reconnected them with their natural surroundings, and hopefully slowed down real estate speculation. The park would be situated on land reclaimed from the ocean. The project used material from other nearby areas to create new land and alter part of the coastline. On top of that, Lota had to figure out how to construct and design the park around established buildings like Rio's modern art gallery and airport. A project of this scale came with many challenges. Carlos's support only went so far, and Lota found herself fighting tooth and nail against Brazil's bureaucracy. She also had to manage the egos and personalities of the talented team she'd assembled. Lota had her own shortcomings. Her ambition propelled her, but she could be obsessive and insulting when things went awry. The project took its toll. It required her to be in Rio, away from Samambaia and Elizabeth. Elizabeth hated Rio and had turned to drinking. Lota became depressed. Finally, on October 17, 1965, the park opened. Today, it's commonly known as Aterro de Flamengo. It's made up of 296 acres of land that includes lush green areas, gardens, recreational spaces, restaurants, and prime locations along Guanabara Bay. It mixes modernity and nature and quickly became a destination for locals and tourists alike. The park was a huge success, but it was also a huge undertaking. In the following years, Lota struggled with the damage that work had done to herself and her relationship. She had a breakdown. In the fall of 1967, Lota flew to New York to reunite with Elizabeth. She died just a few days later, either by suicide or exhaustion, on September 25, 1967. All month, we're talking about architects. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Jenny and Liz Kaplan for having me as a guest host. Talk to you tomorrow.
The Unshakables podcast is kicking off season 2 with an episode you won't want to miss. Join host Ben Walter, CEO of Chase for Business, as he welcomes a very special guest, Chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon. Hear about the challenges facing small businesses and some of the moments Jamie has overcome. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Copyright 2025. JP Morgan Chase & Company.
Kroger brand products have the great taste you'll celebrate. That's why over 40 million people choose Kroger brand products, making them a true crowd pleaser. And with quality guaranteed, you'll love your choice or get your money back. Score Kroger brand products with savings you can cheer for and great taste you can't resist. Kroger, fresh for everyone.